All right, guys, I do have a Monday editorial for you. And I'm going to just give you this one. I've been trying to figure out how to preface it. I don't know. I was thinking it's an upside down world we live in, but no, this is the United States of America, land of the lawsuit. And look what I'm talking about. Thank you to NPR.org. The Louisville police officer who was shot during the botched narcotics raid on Breonna Taylor's apartment has filed a countersuit against Taylor's boyfriend, Kenneth Walker. The lawsuit, filed by Sergeant Jonathan Mattingly, says Walker committed battery, assault, and an intentional emotional distress. Walker, a licensed gun owner, has said he believed intruders had entered the home. But in the complaint, Mattingly's attorney says that Walker willingly or maliciously fired at the officer, who was struck in the femoral artery in his upper thigh. Mattingly's attorney, Kent Wicker, said in a statement, Sergeant Mattingly was shot and nearly killed by Kenneth Walker. He's entitled to and should use the legal process to seek a remedy for the injury that Walker has caused him. Last month, Walker filed a civil lawsuit against the city and the police department. His attorneys argued that he is immune from being arrested and charged again because of Kentucky's Stand Your Ground law, as NPR member station WFPL reported. Louisville police shot and killed Breonna Taylor, a 26-year-old emergency medical technician, during the raid at her home in March of 2020. Mattingly and the other two officers involved in the raid are not facing state charges directly over Breonna Taylor's death. As NPR's Braxton Booker has reported, Louisville officials have been under considerable pressure to overhaul policing tactics following Breonna Taylor's death and protests that followed. In June, the Louisville Metro Council voted unanimously to ban no-knock warrants. In September 2020, Louisville agreed to a $12 million settlement with Breonna Taylor's family. The settlement includes a series of police reforms to be adopted by the Louisville Metro Police Department, including establishing a housing incentive program to encourage officers to live in low-income neighborhoods within the city. Okay, so there's a couple of things I want to point out right here. One of them is what I just read, where it says there's a housing incentive program to encourage officers to live in low-income neighborhoods within the city. And that's what I'm saying here is, yeah, these officers might go live in low-income neighborhoods to see what they go through or to see what it's like, but they're still making big bucks. They can still, if they want to leave the program, go back to their big house on the hill. Those people in those low-income neighborhoods are still stuck in them low-income neighborhoods, you see. So that's a dog and pony show, in my humble opinion. The other thing I wanted to point out was when he said that Jonathan Mattingly says Walker put him through intentional emotional stress. And then it says under the Stand Your Ground law, Walker, a licensed gun owner, said he believed intruders had entered the home. But now he's being sued by this officer because he shot him for that reason. And so now this Jonathan Mattingly, Louisville police officer, now he knows how we feel when cops use the phrase, I was in fear of my life. I was in fear of my safety. Hey, don't stand behind me. Go over there. I'm in fear of my safety. For my safety, go over there. I'm scared. And all we're doing is standing there with a camera. See, now he knows what we go through when we use that, I was in fear for my life, because Kenneth Walker says, I believed intruders were coming into my home. I feared for my safety. And it's maybe true. He believed that. But I'm saying now cops know. When they say, I was in fear of my safety, now you know why we feel the way we feel. You see, because Jonathan Mattingly is like, he wasn't in fear of his life. The cops were coming through. Well, we don't think you're in fear of your life. I'm holding a camera and you're saying, go down there. I don't want you standing behind me. And I'm like 45 feet away. And then this Mattingly sues him for shooting him when they did a botched raid, kicking in the door. And I know people are going to say, well, they did announce themselves. A witness heard them announce themselves. One neighbor heard it. Nobody else heard it. And then when they went in, if you watch the video's out there, it's on YouTube, their music is blaring inside the apartment. They probably didn't hear shit. They had music going. The cops went in like John Wayne cowboys, kicking the door in, and didn't find drugs. And didn't find drug money. And people go, well, that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, it does. It means they fucked up the raid and killed an innocent victim. Kenneth Walker was the one who shot. Breonna Taylor was the only one who died that night. And she's the only one who didn't even shoot at anybody. She was standing in the hallway wondering what the hell was going on. I want to know how you guys feel. Let me know in the comment section below. Community Leo Watch, watching Leos. That's law enforcement officers. Include those that sue people who feared for their lives from coast to coast.